What do you think was said to Marcus Smart?
I think we all know what he thinks he heard. I don't think that Marcus Smart. No one's ever told me Marcus Smart's a liar or a bad dude. I think he clearly thought he heard something. Now, whether it was actually said or not, it's a different story. But if you watch the video, he's getting up. All of a sudden, something sets him off, and he just goes back there, and then the guy apologizes. And so what I think was said, I don't know. I watched the GoPro camera video. I did hear the "you're a piece of crap" or whatever. I thought that's what I heard. I didn't hear a racial epithet. And then, I also know that supposedly no one else sitting around the guy said something. And as much as people say, well, don't people have his back? Like, you don't really have somebody's back when they drop an N-bomb. I don't believe that there's a group of just hardcore racists in Lubbock. They're just like, yeah, well, now we can get away with it. So I have no idea what was said. I frankly think that anybody who says they know what was said that wasn't right there is lying. I think we all know Marcus Smart thought he heard it. He reacted. That guy apologized, and he pushed him. I mean, but the lesson, Chris, is the same thing we've known. It doesn't matter what they say. You can't go in there. I'm sorry. You can't. And he's got to learn to control his emotions. I would disagree with you in terms of he's not had a good year. He's actually, for the most part, played really good basketball.
Well, yeah, no, look, he's had a good year.
Not making a jump shot doesn't make you. He's actually played better across the board. They struggle with the officiating change. They struggle with the fact that their center is out for the year. They were playing like the best team in the country for the first month and a half, and then the backup point guard got kicked off the team. Had some drug issues, and then, I mean, if you can believe it, he got arrested for peeing out a moving car window and got kicked off the team last week. So, I mean, they've had some other things go wrong that are out of his control. But I think the narrative of him being a flopper, I think people saying he can't shoot, that he made a mistake to come back. I think the pressure, the frustration, he hasn't behaved like the same person whom everyone knows or believes him to be over the last month. I think that would be an accurate depiction, and all kind of acted out in that moment. That's
kind of an accomplishment, isn't it? Peeing out a car window? Get arrested for that?
I can't believe it. And it's not because I'm an Oklahoma State alum. I can't believe that a Stillwater cop would walk up on a guy who peed out of a moving car window and go like, all right, you're coming with me to jail. Like, really? Okay. I mean, it's stupid college stuff, but again, he was a kid who had gotten in trouble 2 times over already. He's only a freshman, and that ended up being, the straw that broke the camel's back. It is. It is a rather good accomplishment, especially in terms of aim and distance.
Let me ask you one final thing, Doug. If it's proven that the N-word was not used, and if later on Marcus Smart says, I said it because in the heat of the moment I wanted to explain why I went into the stands, should Marcus Smart face any additional punishment?
No, because I really think he thinks he heard it. I really think he thinks, I mean, I don't think, I mean, what do you, let me ask you, what do you think?
Well, I think, I initially thought that he thought he heard it, but then when I watched that press conference, Doug, he and Travis Ford had multiple opportunities to explain why he reacted the way he did, and neither one of them did it. And that, to me, struck me as odd.
Well, I think they were instructed to do so. I don't know why they. I don't know why they did it that way. I mean, look, I don't understand why Travis Ford kept calling him Marcus Smart instead of Marcus. I thought he could have been warmer, and there's a better relationship and a bond there. My guess would be, I think he thought he heard it, and I think they saw the video, and I think right now he's probably questioning, did I hear it? And he obviously feels like he makes a mistake. At the end of the day, it honestly doesn't matter. Everybody knows you can't go in the stands, no matter what. And again, I'm not saying it's okay to say things to people. I think fan behavior is reprehensible at times. But what good comes out of you going in there? Nothing. Only bad. I mean, we're really, really lucky that he had confronted one guy and he wasn't surrounded by a bunch of young guys who also won the fight because he could have gotten jumped. That's the truth. We're also lucky that he wasn't on the side of the court where the bench was. And when the fans stormed the court, they could have stormed him. They didn't. Most of the Texas Tech fans, and, who this is the first time I think all year they've shown up, they showed up and it was just a party. So I think the lesson is, like, one, you do. If people assume they hear something. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. And maybe we'll never know, because I'm sure Marcus thinks he heard it. And then he probably saw the video and was like, man, maybe I didn't hear it. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. The point is, you can't go in there. Everybody knows it. Everybody's been taught that for a long time. And no good comes from you going in the stands. And now he's got to sit 3 games, and his team is struggling and floundering and not going to be better without him. He's if not the best player in the country, one of the 2 or 3 best players in the country.